guys. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good.
What are you here for?
They asked me to come back to get fingerprints. I already did it once, but...
Where did you do it at the last time?
GPD.
GPD and TTIN?
ITC.
And ITC?
Hafide.
Hi, Hafide.
How you doing, Harvey?
Yes. I was going to ask because you said that you had already processed on Wednesday.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct, and we were told that we had completed processing, and then I think it was about 4:45 on Friday. They asked us to come down and give another set of fingerprints, and that's why we're here.
Okay. Now, of course, all the processing that's involved, does that also include a mugshot? I mean, you know, it's just, you haven't been arrested, so.
Yeah, we've never been arrested, and it's a misdemeanor charge, so we'll find out here in a few minutes.
Do you think this at all affects your bid for governor?
I hope that people understand that I'm here to protect the people of Guam and protect the unborn, protect foster families, provide for the common man, look out for making sure that the conflict of interest that I don't have are not something that my opponent will acknowledge, hopefully. I think it's important for us to look out for the interest, and there's a lot of distraction from the campaign season. I think it's important for people to understand that we're here to run for governor, and look, I'm going through the process. I think this has gone pretty much far enough.
Did they give you an indication as to why you have to get a second set of fingerprints today?
Yeah, I guess if there's some sort of, I don't know, they need it digitally done.
And that wasn't done?
No, it wasn't done digitally.
Lieutenant Governor, what's your feelings on having to be fingerprinted for the second time?
Well, it was, how do I say this? I think it's important that we look at, this criminal justice process. I will do whatever I'm asked to do. I know I'm innocent. I know that there's a lot of politics involved in this process, and of course, how many other misdemeanor people that you get booked and are you at the Hagatna Precinct for? So really, I think this is quite enough.
In hindsight, do you wish that you had come here on Wednesday and gotten your fingerprints taken then?
Well, look, you get another bite of the apple, and at my expense. So ultimately,
we did what we were asked to do.
Yeah, we did.
We'd completed everything. They told us we had completed processing until 4:45 on Friday afternoon, and here we are at 4:45 on Monday, getting it done.
How long do you expect the process to take inside today?
I'm not sure, maybe just a few minutes, but I'm sure you'll be waiting outside for me to come again.
Lieutenant Governor, you've said in the past that this was a teachable moment. If you could go back to that day, would you have done anything differently?
I think I've already answered that question.
Yeah. I think so too.
Lieutenant Governor, now you are the czar of public safety.
Yes.
And now that you're on the other side, does this make you more empathetic to those who are also in the judicial system?
I've arrested hundreds of people in my life. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. There are people who have been, their homes have been raided, found drugs, and still haven't been charged. There are people in our society who have been charged for offenses who did not commit the crimes, and some who did. I've been the overseer. I've been in this precinct. I started this precinct. This is where I first started working in the 1st Platoon as a police officer many, many years ago, 3.5 decades ago. Every one of the officers working in here is respectable, honest, has their integrity, and I've honored them my entire career. All I've done is the interest of public safety to help people who are less fortunate, to be able to help the unborn, the foster children, the people who need a better life, and that's what I'm here to do, not just now, but every day, as a candidate for governor and lieutenant governor. And I've worked in this last 8 years as a lieutenant governor and the previous 8 years as senator to try to make our island a better place. And I'll always do that. And I will never abandon the people of Guam, notwithstanding any accusations made against me, because I'm here for them.
Did you ever imagine that you'd find yourself here about to go inside to be fingerprinted at the precinct you say that you started?
No, I never imagined this intention, which was well intended, to try to help protect the officer, and the public would be blown out of proportion to this extent.
Not to mention the Attorney General's brought this charge right in the middle of a general election. It wouldn't have happened anywhere else. This is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. It has the appearance of trying to put your thumb on the scales.
Lieutenant Governor, you have been court-ordered to stay away from certain police officers, especially special ops. Do you think this will affect your ability to be the czar of public safety?
Of course not. I'm always looking at the interests of police officers and making sure that they get the support. We've achieved so many great things. Peace Officer Standard and Training. We've had the biggest promotion in the history of the Guam Police Department. We've implemented communication system and efficiencies. We've hired more cops and brought in more vehicles. We've raised standards. The police department is probably in the best shape it's been for many years, notwithstanding comments from my opponent. But I tell you, I'll always look out for the interests of public safety, and I'll always make sure that my interest is the interest of the people of Guam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you in a few minutes, I guess. Huh?
Thanks.
Where are you from?
There you went.